How was your day? It's a pleasure to welcome you once again. It has been a while that we have this free training. For those of you that participated in the last training, it was on peace and sustainable development. And this time around, we are going to look at alternative dispute resolution. This is the training we are going to have for this month. Throughout this month, we'll be looking at alternative disputes resolution. And I'd like to welcome all of you for today's training. And I crave your indulgence to take a part in the training and participate in it freely and enjoy it. If you have any questions to ask, you ask in the comment sections. This training, we have been providing this training for more than a year now, and the training is a free training. You don't pay anything for it. It's from training to certification is free, and for us, it's the way is a way of empowering our followers and those that have interest in peace building activities. Do you understand? So we organize this training for free for those that are following us online, and of course those that have interest to be certified as global peace ambassadors. All right, so we have over 1,600 peace ambassadors certified. But apart from that, this training, we have trained more than 3,000 people in this training. We have issued them certificates, and they are doing exploits with the certificate out there. And we hope that you are also going to gain from this training by participating in this training. And I have been your anchor, Ambassador Tahuli Joshua, and I have been taking you through this training for all this while. That is for more than 1 year. We have been organizing this training every month. All right, and so we'd like to welcome all of you for today's training. Like I say, the training is on alternative dispute resolution. All right, alternative dispute resolution, and we hope that a good number of you are going to benefit from this training. All right, yeah, a good number of you are going to benefit from this training. So I welcome all of you, especially for today's training, and I hope that you are going to enjoy every bit of it. I hope you people have seen the guidelines that has been dropped in the WhatsApp group. What is expected of you to achieve for you to be able to to get a certificate at the end of this training. There are some certain things that we expect you to do for you to receive this certification, right? So we expect that you are going to do those things so that you can you can be able to be part of those that will get the certificate at the end of the day. Because one, you are going to do simulation training. One of the requirements for you to get this certificate, you are going to do simulation training. And it also happens that this training is going to take place in the month of our International Day of Peace, which is going to come up on the 21st of this month. So participants of this training will be expected to carry out a certain project. Either you go out and talk to people, community peace awareness, or something of that nature. It's also one of the conditions for you to be able to get this certificate at the end of the day. And also, apart from that, the institute itself is also working out on a project initiative to distribute about 5,000 textbooks, or exercise book rather, to newly admitted students. So you can also contribute to this project. Do you understand? You can give your own donations. You can buy, you can produce, you can sponsor 10 books, you can sponsor 20 books, you can sponsor 50 books, 100 books, 500 books, 1,000 books, according to your capacities. So the International Day of Peace, this is how we intend to celebrate it, to reach out to children in schools, empower them with study materials or writing material, which is books and all of that. So we hope that you are going to be part of this project, and it's going to go a long way to impact our society and impute in the young children the morals of peace. So this is what we are doing this month, and we expect that a good number of us are going to participate in the project. All right, so but by and large, we are going to still engage you in our WhatsApp group to communicate to you in details about this project I'm talking about. But for today, we are going to look at alternative dispute resolution. This is what we are going to look at. So prepare your mind. Like I say, this training has been on for more than a year. We have been providing free training for different courses, and people have been participating. We have trained and graduated about 3,000 people who have gotten certificate from this training. All right, and we hope that you are also going to enjoy it as well. So you do way to share the link for people to see it and also to join to be part of the training. You can also paraphrase by commenting in the comment sections what you understand as we progress. If you have any question, you can also ask in the comment section. I will see it and I will attend to it. All right. Well, if you join us, you let us know where you're joining us from, your name, your location, your country, where you're joining us from, because I know that people are joining us from all over the world. We have someone here, Digaru Rod Dio from Ethiopia joining us. We have Prince from Port Harcourt joining us. And so if you join us, just introduce yourself by tapping your name, the location where you're joining us from, and so that we know who is with us here. And we have Ambassador Ayo. Ambassador Ayo is a member of the Institute from Port Harcourt, from Oyo. And then we have Obi Emeta is our state chapter chairperson in Anambra State. You're welcome, man. So I would like to appreciate all of you for taking time to be part of today's training. And we hope that at the end of the training, you are going to benefit from it. So if you have any question you want to ask. But I believe the instructions have been dropped in the WhatsApp group, what is expected of you to do. So if you have not done any of those things, begin to do them so that you can stand a chance to benefit from this training at the end of the day. But prepare your mind that you are going to carry out simulation training. It's going to be a kind of a participatory practice. Do you understand? It's a practical aspect of this training, and we are going to group you into groups, and then we'll assign topics to you, and then you will do your presentation. I think that presentation will be done in the WhatsApp group, all right, through voice chat, so that the group that is to present, you will come here and do your presentation, and we hope that it's going to be wonderful as you practice. Do you understand? And those are the requirements for you to receive the certificate at the end of the day. So I want to appreciate all of you for taking time to join us. Okay, Mr. Ambassador Ayo say is joining us from Warri. So I appreciate you, sir, for taking time to join us from Warri today. Yeah, so you're all welcome. And then this year is our by November we'll be having our international global convention on peace. Yes, we call it Global Peace Annual Convention, and it's going to take place in Abuja. We are already putting things in order for that convention. You can also do way to participate, even if you are not a member, you can also register to be part of the convention. And it's going to be a wonderful experience at the end of it all. Thank you, Mr. Daniel from Ghana. Thank you for joining us all the way from the country of Ghana, the Black Star. All right, my name once again is Ambassador Tahule Joshua, and I'm going to be your instructor for today and maybe throughout the training. All right, and these are the days of the training. Is going to be every day except Wednesdays. All right, we're going to have it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and maybe Saturday, and possibly on Sunday. Or Sunday, as we are proceeding, we'll let you know if we can still have it on Sunday. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Jaffet from Cote d'Ivoire, thank you for joining us. And Mr. Daniel Bolaji from Lagos, Nigeria, thank you very much. And Pastor Kingsley, thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of you, and we believe that you are going to so that is it. So today we are talking about alternative dispute resolution. When we talk about alternative dispute resolution, what are we saying? Why should we look for alternative ways of resolving conflict? When we talk about alternative dispute resolution, what that means is that we are trying to look for other ways of resolving our problems instead of going to court. Instead of going for litigation, you are seeking for other ways to address disputes. Mr. Shadrach Banda from Zambia and our country coordinator, Chilufaya Siwale from also Zambia. Ambassador, you're welcome. Thank you very much for what you are doing in Zambia. We appreciate you. And then, of course, we have Premium Tube from, that's Tesfire from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of you. And then Diop from Ethiopia, thank you as well. All right, so when you talk about alternative dispute resolution, what you are saying simply is that I want to seek a different approach to resolve my conflict. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to seek litigation. I just want to find a different way, a different approach to resolve my dispute, to resolve my differences. That's what you're talking about. That's what you're looking for. You don't want to go to court. You don't want to go to traditional court. You don't want to go to court to seek redress for dispute. You just want to explore every means available other than going to court to resolve your dispute. And if at all you go to court, it should be the last resort, not as the first point of call in trying to resolve your dispute. All right? So, alternative dispute resolution simply means the variety of processes that you use to resolve conflicts and or disputes outside court litigation. Do you understand? That's what alternative dispute is all about. That is, you source other ways of resolving your dispute other than going to court. It's as simple as that. Alternative dispute resolution. All right. So, so whenever you have a challenge and you are using dialogue to settle it, what you are simply doing is you are deploying alternative way of resolving your difference. Do you understand? Anytime you have a challenge and you decided to use a third party called a mediator to help you in mediating in this your issue to resolve the problem, what you are simply doing, you are sourcing alternative way to settle your problem. If there's a case and you want someone to negotiate for you, or you go into a negotiation table to see the best way you can reach agreement, you can reach an understanding, what you are simply doing is alternative dispute resolution. But by the time you decide to go to court to seek redress for a matter, then simply you are not using alternative dispute resolution, but you are using litigation to address your problem. Do you understand? So let's understand the difference. Litigation is a contradiction to alternative dispute resolution. It's a direct opposite of alternative dispute resolution. Alternative dispute resolution says you should not go to court. Litigation says you should go to court and seek redress. Do you understand? So this is what it is. As simple as that. Does that make sense to you? If you understand what I'm saying, say it in the comment section so that I will know that you are understanding what I am saying. If you are following me, let me know that you are understanding and you are following what I'm saying. And the only way I can know that you are following me and you are understanding me is when you are making comments in the comment section, trying to paraphrase what I'm saying or trying to give a meaning to what I'm saying, that I will know that you are following me. And of course, you are understanding me. You understand? YouTube, if you're on YouTube or on Facebook, try and make me to understand that you are following me. All right? Someone is asking, Ambassador Augustine is asking, is our ambassador, is a member of the institute. So you are asking that which one should we apply first? Is it litigation or alternative dispute resolution that we should apply first? What you should apply first is alternative dispute resolution. Always seek for alternative way of resolving your conflict, and before you can think of approaching a court for redress, because if you go to court, then the essence, except the court say otherwise, that you should go and resolve it outside the court. Otherwise, you cannot engage the services of alternative dispute means of resolving your problem again, because the matter is in court already. And once it's in court, then if you do anything concerning that matter, is they talk about contempt of court or whatever, contempt of court or something of that nature, you know. So these are the issue. You understand? So you don't dare do that. So the first thing you need to do when you have a challenge is for you to approach an alternative dispute center to resolve your problem, or you yourself deploy it. If you have the skills, you can deploy the alternative dispute measures to resolve your conflict. And what are those alternative dispute measures? We talk about dialogue. Dialogue, right? What is dialogue? Dialogue is a conversation, conversing to know what is your concern and what is your opponent's concern. Do you understand? That's why you are dialoguing. So when you dialogue, you have an understanding of what you are saying and what the other person is also saying. Do you understand? That's the essence of dialogue. So you go deep down to bring out the issues that are causing problems, the root causes of the issue. Do you understand? That's why you have to dialogue. Dialogue simply means a conversation. As you converse, you understand your problem. Do you understand? Better than it was. Do you understand it? Because it's possible that you may be operating based on assumption. Do you understand? But when you converse, then you have a deeper understanding of the issue you are trying to address, of course. So dialogue is good. Do you understand? It's very, very good. And it's one of the alternative means of resolving conflict. Do you understand? Dialogue. So it's very, very important. And then another aspect is mediation. Alternative dispute resolution through mediation, through negotiation, through reconciliation, through conciliation. Do you understand? All of these are alternative ways of resolving conflict, or simply restorative justice system. All of those things are means of resolving conflict outside the court, and it's good that you should apply it first until you deploy all of these channels to resolve the conflict, and it doesn't work before you can think of going to court. All right, make use of these various means as much as possible to resolve your conflict, except the issue prove very, very abortive before you can go to court. Do you understand? So court should be the last resort for a peace ambassador to seek redress. As a peace ambassador, you don't just jump to go to court, all right? Don't just jump to go to court. Always seek other alternative means of resolving your dispute before going to court. It helps you. It saves a lot of things. It's not just about it's not just about a requirement of, as a peace ambassador, always an expectation of a peace ambassador to do so, but it saves you a lot of stresses. Stress from finances, stress from time wasting, stress from, the bureaucracies of the court and all of that. Do you understand? It saves you from all those stuffs. When you seek alternative way to resolve your differences, it saves you from a lot of unnecessary stresses. And that's what it is. And it's very, very important. Do you understand? It's very important. If that's it may take time for me to go to court, right? But there are some, for instance, now there are some other cases that alternative dispute may not necessarily seems to work effectively in some certain quarters. That you may, for instance, now you contest election with someone, and in the course of the election you feel cheated, all right? You felt that the mandate was stolen from you. So what are you going to do? Are you going to use alternative dispute resolution, or are you going to use litigation? So you run an election and then someone won it, and you felt that you were cheated, and of course your mandate was stolen. So in this case, what will you do? Will you go to court first, or will you deploy alternative dispute resolution to tackle the problem? I'm asking you a question now. Since you don't want to ask me a question, I'm asking you. So if you have an answer, you can give. Mr. Abdullahi, I can see you. Mr. Madaki Khadija, I can see you from Kaduna State. Sonny Chirios, I can see you. Papa Ajasko, I can see you from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Daniel. Okay. Oh, McDaniels Bolaji says litigation, obviously. Of course, tribunal. Of course, all right, tribunal. All right, that's a good one. And the truth of the matter is that there are some cases that alternative dispute resolution may not necessarily fit in. Do you understand? All right. For instance, now the issue of somebody, you felt that your mandate was stolen. The best way to do is to go to court, because alternative dispute resolution cannot help you in this situation, because elections have been won and concluded. It's just that you feel that it was not done right, so you can go to court for such kind of to seek redress. You understand? But if you go to alternative, you want to use alternative dispute resolution, which one are you going to use? Mediation, negotiation, or arbitration? Which one? You understand? If we bring an arbiter to come and arbitrate in this matter, where will they start from? Do you understand? Because a lot of things will knock it out. So litigation for election cases, if ADR didn't work, because litigation, of course, sir, litigation is what will work, except but there are situations where it is possible, if and only if a third party wants to come in and intervene. All right, because it's possible that a third party may come in to intervene in situations like that, and this third party can be, for instance, the party itself or the government in power can decide to intervene. Okay, let's say you contest election against someone in the same party, and then maybe during the primaries you felt that the process was not done right, and then you decide to take the matter to court. Maybe when your party wins election, they decided to ask you to withdraw, or they decided to ask you not to go to court, and with the promise that if we win election, we will give you an appointment. Do you understand? So in this kind of situation, sometimes such kind of mediation may help to resolve or to stop someone from seeking redress from the court. Do you understand? So it's possible to see such happening. Do you understand? I remember of a case. It was a assembly election. A different party won, but the party that won the governorship says that the candidate should not go to court. Maybe why now? The candidate should not go to court. They should just wait. All right, it should just wait to they should just wait so that an appointment can be given to the person. At the end of the day, the person was given commissioner. Do you understand? The person was given a commissioner appointment, and then forget about the matter. So there's a way that government in power may mediate in such kind of situation and say, oh no, okay, don't go to court. We can find you an appointment. Or there's the party say, okay, no, don't go to court. We'll find you an appointment. Do you understand? So these are the issue. Okay, somebody Stefanos is saying that that's Kigama is saying that for me, ADR may take me time because it works in stages. My mandate has been taken or stolen. This is what we are saying here. Therefore, for me, litigation is perfect. Yes, because electoral matters are time bound, of course. Of course, in real practice, litigation, ATR is more faster compared to litigation. But when it comes to electoral issues, these are issues that are handled very quickly, and they have time bounds. And of course, in ADR, it's not all ADR that can give what we call award. Do you understand? So you cannot give, you cannot award any penalty with come a reward. Do you understand? You cannot. So it has to be the only ADR that can give a kind of award is what we call arbitration, right? An arbiter can give an award, but that depends on the issue. And of course, if you cannot execute such, you can still take that to court, and that award, the court can still validate it. Do you understand? So that's why it is. So, but electoral matters are matters that have some time consequences, and they have some legal proceedings that must be followed. Do you understand? So you may not necessarily deploy alternative disputes in this case. But like I say, the alternative dispute may come in a way that is if the party itself decided to step in. If the party itself decided to come into it, all right, maybe the people from within the same party, the party may wait in, and then stop them from going to court, and then try to see how they can compensate one party that felt aggrieved. Do you understand? So this is what it is, and of course it will help to solve the problem of litigation. I don't know whether we're making sense here. So you people are making a good comments. Election cases is better with litigation. Yeah, although it is expensive, but it's still better because it can serve you and give you better results And even, but in this case, of course, when it comes to litigation, the winner takes all. Do you understand? The winner always takes all. Yes, that's it. So if you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. That's it. So that's why it is. All right. So I think we are making sense, right? So if we're making sense, let us progress. Let us progress, because I'm just trying to give you a preamble of what we are expected to cover in this training. Do you understand? Some of these things we are going to go into details when we begin to explore each and every one of them. That is all the aspect of ADR, that's negotiation, arbitration, and all of that. Yeah, for those of you that joined us lately, before for those of you that joined us lately, I want to say again that part of the conditions for you to receive this certificate at the end of this training is that there's what we call simulation training. It's a practical training. All right. So you all are in what I don't know, most of you are in our WhatsApp group. You have registered, you have joined the WhatsApp group, and then we are going to group you into groups, and we are going to assign topics to you. You people can go ahead and create your own WhatsApp group, and then to practice, all right, the topics we give to you, and the date we schedule for you, you come and do your presentation. And the presentation, we are going to do it in the WhatsApp group through voice chat, so that it can be easy for people to connect. Do you understand? Because before we used to use the software to do that presentation on Facebook or on YouTube, but this time around we'll use WhatsApp so that people can use voice chat. It can be easy for people, and network issues will be adequately managed. Do you understand? So prepare for your presentation. This night I will start working on the topics that you are going to use for practice. Do you understand? Then apart from that, this month is the month of the International Day of Peace. That's what we call the World Peace Day. All right. So, and that will take place on the 21st of September. 25th of September is Sunday. But within the week of that event, from Monday to Sunday, anything you do for peace, it will be counted as for the International Day of Peace. So you are going to also do something here. You go to your community, create awareness in schools, in community association, in the market, anywhere you want to go to do an awareness. We are going to give you a letter so that you can seek permission from institutions to come and create awareness and talk about the International Day of Peace in whatever capacity you want to talk about. If you want to go in groups, you can do it in groups. If you are in the same location, if you want to do it individually, you can do it individually, as the case may be. As an institution, we are also going out for that International Day of Peace, and our project is to distribute 5,000 exercise books to our newly admitted students in the FCT, that is Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Do you understand? And we'll be reaching out to 10 schools in Abuja, public schools. All right, in Abuja here, we'll be reaching out to public schools in Abuja here, and then and that will be will be done within that week of the event. From Monday, we'll start going out to school to distribute the books. So, and you can also be part of the project. You can contribute, produce. You can sponsor 10 books, and sponsor 20 books, 30 books, 100 books, as the case may be. We are going to bring it to our WhatsApp group so that you can see what is involved. So, but we are also going to produce about 1,000. That's, as an institution, we are producing 1,000 copies. So, and then we have 4,000 left for people to sponsor for production. So you can also be part of it. You can key into that project as a peace ambassador, and it will go a long way to help. Do you understand? So, but we are going to share the details with you so that you can see it and know what we're talking about. Do you understand? So that is it. So now let's go ahead. So these are the things that are involved. So, and I encourage you to be part of it. So what are the learning objectives of this program? At the end of the day, we expect you to define concepts and terminology related to ADR, that is including mediation, arbitration, negotiation, and conflict resolution. We also expect you to compare and contrast various ADR processes. This is what we're going to do here. All right. So what is going to be our learning outcome? Our learning outcomes, students will be expected to define and explain key terms and concepts related to ADR, including mediation, arbitration, and negotiation. Students will be able to compare and contrast various ADR methods, identifying their advantages and disadvantages in different contexts. Students will demonstrate the ability to select and apply appropriate ADR techniques to resolve specific types of disputes. This is what we expect students to do at the end of this training. All right, so I hope you are following us. All right, so today in module 1 we are going to cover 3 units in module 1, and the first unit, which is what we're going to cover today, is going to look at the overview of dispute resolution. All right, overview of what dispute resolution. We'll also look at the definition of dispute resolution, or what we call conflict resolution. We'll also look at a comparison of litigation and ADR. We try to do a comparison of litigation and ADR. Then we'll look at the advantages and disadvantages of ADR over traditional litigation. So these are the things that we're going to cover today. Tomorrow, we're going to look at Unit 2, which is the principles and advantages of ADR. And then on Thursday, we are going to look at the types of ADR. So we're going to cover all of this. Do you understand? So, all right, yes. For those of you that are giving us your numbers to add you in our WhatsApp group, if you are not from Nigeria, remember to put the country code. All right, if you are sending us a number to add you in our WhatsApp group, do way to put your country code so that you can be added in our WhatsApp group. Do you understand? It's possible for us to get your country code, but if that is not the case, maybe I will give you our WhatsApp number. You can reach out to us at the end of the training and we'll still add you in our WhatsApp group. Do you understand? All right, so let's look at the overview of dispute resolution, which is something that we have already discussed, let's look at it. When we talk about dispute resolution or conflict resolutions, what are we talking about? All right, when we talk about dispute resolution or conflict resolution, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know, we dispute, right? We dispute. We disagree, right? And when we disagree, how do we resolve our differences? All right? How do we resolve our differences? All right. So that's what conflict resolutions are about. The processes, the methods we use to resolve conflict or disagreement between parties or between and among parties, because sometimes conflict can happen between individuals. That is what we call interpersonal conflict. And then conflict can happen among groups, all right? And we call it intergroups what conflict. And sometimes conflict can be intercommunal. Do you understand? Community versus community. Do you understand? So these are the kind of conflicts we experience, or conflict between employees and their employers, all right, is also conflict. So and this kind of conflicts can be resolved through the methodology of conflict resolution, all right. And so it is good that we deploy some techniques to resolve this conflict, and some of these techniques are some of the things that we're going to talk about here, and we have mentioned some of them. We talk about mediation, we talk about litigation, we talk about but litigation is not an alternative dispute way of resolving conflict, but it's also another aspect that you can use to resolve dispute. Do you understand? But we'll talk about negotiation, reconciliation, conciliation, arbitration. All right, these are the some of the alternative ways of resolving conflicts, and these are the methodologies you are going to use to resolve your differences. You understand? So that's what it means. So now let's look at what alternative dispute resolution is all about. Now we say that it refers to a range of processes that help parties resolve disputes without going to court. So we have alternative dispute resolution processes, which we have negotiation, mediation, arbitration, conciliation, reconciliation, restorative justice systems. They are there, do you understand, to help us resolve our conflict without necessarily going to court. But if all of this fade, then the next thing is to go to court, because it's possible that this way of resolving conflict may fail you. All right, and if you are not satisfied with the outcome of the whole process, you can go to court. There's no crime about that. There's no crime going to court. All right, so you can go to court. There's no problem. That's fine. Do you understand? So, but before you go to court, deploy these various channels to resolve conflict before you can think of going to court. It's very, very important. All right, so now let's look at key concepts of ADR. When we are talking about ADR, what are the key concepts that you're going to consider? Number one is mediation. Mediation simply means a neutral third party, called the mediator or the facilitator, all right, who facilitates conversation between disputing parties to help them come to terms with the issue they are trying to address. So, mediation can be voluntary. Do you understand? Mediation is always voluntary. You don't force people to come for mediation. They choose it voluntarily. They come for it voluntarily. People may decide to come to you for assistance if they trust you, if they have confidence in you. For instance, now maybe let's say a marriage couple, all right, are suffering from domestic crisis or violence, or for instance, or they are having marital conflicts, and they want to seek an advice or maybe a trusted individual or a family is, whom maybe they are enjoying their marriage, and maybe they are close to these people and they envy what they are doing. You understand? And then they enjoy their marriages. They can seek help from them. Do you understand? They can seek help from them. They can seek help from them. Do you understand? They can seek help from them for them to be able to counsel or to help them to mediate in the matter they are trying to resolve. Do you understand? So it is being done by trust, right? That's if someone don't trust you, they cannot come for mediation to you. Do you understand? They cannot. So it takes someone who trusts you. That's what people don't like. Third parties coming into their affairs, most especially marital issues. Do you understand? People don't like people coming into their marital matters. Do you understand? So this is it. So, but mediation simply means a neutral third party coming in to help parties resolve their differences. Do you understand? That's what it is. Parties coming in to resolve their differences. That's what mediation is all about. Do you understand? So, then we have arbitration, right? Arbitration In this process, a neutral arbitrator hears both sides of the dispute and makes a binding decision. Do you understand? And makes a binding decision. That's what it is. An arbiter make a binding decision concerning the matter. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So arbitration, a neutral arbitrator hears both sides of the dispute and makes a binding decision. The decision taken by an arbiter can affect you. Do you understand? It can be binding on you. That is, he can give an award. All right, an award can be a fine. Let's say a fine. Do you understand? In terms of litigation, in arbitration, we don't call it a fine. We call it award. So they give an award, and that can be binding. But if you are not satisfied, you can take it to court. All right. But let me tell you that the judgment of an arbiter is acceptable. It can be tendered in the court, and the court can validate the decision of the arbiter if they deem it fit that the decision of the arbiter was correct. Do you understand? They can validate the judgment and it will stand. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So arbitration also involves a third party coming in, but this third party may be a kind of a court. Do you understand? It may be a court, and this one can give judgment that may affect you. Do you understand? Can give judgment that may affect you. That's why it is. Then negotiation. The next terminology that you need to consider, or concept that you need to consider when you are talking about ATR is negotiation. The parties can communicate directly to settle their dispute. All right. Yeah, you come to a roundtable discussion, and of course you discuss. You just engage yourselves. It's just when negotiation is very simple. You go to a particular shop to buy something, you negotiate. You have differences, you negotiate. Do you understand? You yourself will negotiate. You can disagree on a particular matter or a property or a particular issue, but you yourself can still reason with each other, negotiate and agree. Do you understand? It can be on time, it can be on anything. Do you understand? That's what arbitration is all about. That's what negotiation is all about. Do you understand? That's what negotiation is all about. Negotiation is all about. Litigation involves taking a dispute to court, where a judge or a jury makes a legally binding decision. Litigation involves taking a dispute to court, where a judge or a jury makes a legally binding decision. Do you understand? A jury makes a legally binding decision. That's what litigation is all about. Do you understand? So litigation is very, very important. In case alternative dispute resolutions channels that we have discussed doesn't work, then you can apply litigation. It's very, very important. It's part of consideration in case the other ones fail. But what we encourage first is that Seek, engage in dialogue. Seek assistance to solve your problem before approaching the court, because the court is time consuming, it's resource consuming. Do you understand? So if you don't have the time to be going to court all the times, then what do? You understand? So because some cases may take up to a year or even more than 1 year to conclude. Do you understand? Because in the court they must seek evidence. But when it comes to alternative dispute resolution, you can listen to each other. You can, a facilitator can help you, guide both of you in a discussion, facilitate it, and then you get your matter resolved. Do you understand? So that's why it is. So litigation is the last resort. That's what we're saying. And thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador Austin, for what you have said. All right, let's look at the benefits of ADR. There are benefits of ADR. There are benefits of ADR. It's cost effective. All right. One benefit of ADR is that it is cost effective. All right. Cost effective. ADR can be less expensive than going through the courts. That's a fact. In some places where people are using ADR to resolve their conflict, it doesn't. Sometimes you pay an arbiter just maybe $1 per hour, or $9 per hour. Something that the court can charge more than that. Do you understand? So it's good that you can use alternative disputes measures to resolve your differences. It's cost effective. That's one of the benefits. Number two is time saving. It saves your time, saves you from unnecessary. You have business engagement, you should be going for that instead of going to court to waste several hours there. And sometimes they say court is not sitting. Sometimes they will say adjournment. They will keep adjourning, and you won't understand what they are adjourning for. Now they are adjourning for 2 months. Do you understand? Time wasting. So your subconscious mind will be it that you have a matter that is yet to be resolved. You understand? You cannot be free. You cannot be free. So you are becoming a slave to the court. Do you understand? So use ADR, settle your problem, move forward. If you can lose and win, thank God. Bad way, in ADR we encourage compromise. Do you understand? You have to adjust your position so that you can resolve. So if someone eats your money and is able to, maybe 100,000, is able to return 80, 90,000, the 10,000 can go, no problem. It's not your life. You can still make your money. So why not move forward? Do you understand? Move forward. It's part of life. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes. It's part of life. So don't say that you must get all. Sometimes, some people, but some people are very, very wicked. You understand? So they cannot bear losing their $1. It's some of us that don't care. Do you understand? I bought fuel in a filling station, and I discovered that I was debited, but I did not. They debited, but it was not successful. But they debited me, and so I went and reported. I did not have time to go to the bank. At the end of the day, when I went there, I reported the matter. For them to trace the matter and get me my money back, it has been come another day, come this day, come that. I said, well, 35,000 naira, I can let it go, because I'll go to the bank. Sometimes I'll spend like 2 hours. Within those 2 hours, I can do something very, very tangible with my life. I can prepare a manual to come and do this training, which is far more better for me and to me than spending 2 hours in the bank for 35,000 naira. You understand? So it's time saving. Number 2 is confidentiality. Confidentiality, ADR typically offers more privacy than the traditional court proceedings, because in the courts, everything's in the open. No? Whatever they say there, the media carries it. Your matter is no longer a secret. But ADR, we can keep your secret, we can live with your secret, we can die with your secret. Do you understand? In ADR, we say that what is said in Vegas must remain in Vegas. What is said in Vegas must remain in Vegas. But there is a place we call the Chantan. All right? In Chantan house, whatever you say, you are permitted to say it outside. All right? But what is said in Vegas must remain in Vegas. But when it comes to Chantan, what is said in Chantan, you can still make reference to it somewhere else. But when it comes to the Vegas, ADR, that is even keep quiet, except you seek permissions to say something about it elsewhere, but you must still conceal some information. Maybe the identities of the parties involved. You can use fake identities and not the genuine identities. Do you understand? So all of these things are very, very, very important. And ADR can help. Do you understand? So when it comes to litigation can throw up on whatever. The media, they are there. As soon as they convict you, the media takes it. As soon as you lose a matter, the media is everywhere in the media. It's everywhere in the public. Do you understand? Preservation of relationship. Preservation of relationship. ADR, especially mediation, focuses on collaboration and can help maintain professional or personal relationships. Do you understand? Preservation of relationship. ADR, especially mediation, focuses on collaboration and can help maintain professional or personal relationships. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So ADR can help you to maintain relationships, but litigation destroys even best friends. It separates best friends. It separates even couples. But ADR can help you and can guide you to maintain your relationship and continue with your relationship even after the situation. Do you understand? So the essence of ADR is to help you to maintain and sustain relationship. But litigation, it can destroy relationship because the winner always wins all. It takes everything. So you are a loser, you lose everything. And so you lose even the relationship as well. I get the point now. So, but ADR works towards maintaining relationships, making sure that parties continue even after the matter. Business partners continue even after their disputes. Do you understand? That is ADR. Or litigation, once it's finished, best business partners, no more business deals together, nothing. Do you understand? That is the consequences of using litigation. So flexibility. Parties can tailor the ADR process to suit their needs. It's the time you want. If 10 is not convenient for you, you can choose 12, and if it's not convenient for the opponent, people can decide when it's convenient for you. But court cases are not like that. Once the court fixes, you must obey. Whether it's convenient for you or not, you must go to court. Do you understand? Or you must send a lawyer to go and represent you if you cannot be available. You understand? But a lawyer not being available, you not being available is a problem. But ADR, you can determine when to come or when to have those sittings. Do you understand? So that's why ADR is very, very important. All right? It's very important. So when to use ADR. ADR is suitable for various types of disputes, including commercial dispute, that's business dispute. You have a business transaction that you face, you can use ADR. You have family matters, you can use ADR. You have labor-related issues, government versus employees, private sectors versus the employer versus employees, you can use ADR. And then also community issues, all right, you can use ADR. And of course, interpersonal issues, you can also use ADR. It's very effective in those areas. You see, political matters matter. Well, political matters are high risky issues, and of course it's a matter of competition. It's a matter of competition, struggle for power, and everybody is desperate to get a power. So sometimes ADR may not be an important way of resolving their disputes. So the court is better, so that when the court pass judgment, whether you like it or you like it not, you must still obey. You understand? That's it. So ADR can be used in commercial disputes, family disputes, labor disputes, or community disputes. Very, very important. Are we making sense? Are you following me? Are you understanding? I can see some of you are making comments to show me that you are following. Do you understand? It's very, very important. People on Facebook, I can see your comments. People on YouTube, I'm not seeing your comments. Are you following? Are you understanding? Let me get to know that you understand what we are saying and you are part of the class. Thank you very much. So let's do a little comparison. Let's do a little comparison of litigation and ADR. Where some of them we have mentioned them. Do you understand? So, but the process, let's look at the process. Litigation is a formal legal process governed by court rules and procedures. So if you want to file a litigation, you must follow the procedures. You must follow the rules. All right? You must follow the rules. All right? But ADR has just a range of informal processes like mediation, arbitration. These are informal processes. You can decide to, any pattern you want to follow, you can follow. But in litigation, there are defined procedures that you must follow to carry out, to file your litigation. Do you understand? Then time. Let's compare the time. Litigation often is lengthy due to court schedules, procedural requirements, and potential delays, all right? It can take years, can take months. But ADR generally is quicker. The process is designed to reach a resolution in a matter of days, a matter of weeks, and if long enough, maybe a month or months, and it's done. Do you understand? So that's why it is. So litigation it's time consuming, and cause you inconveniences, but ADR can save you time and make things easy and convenient for you. All right, cost. Litigation usually is more